Coming up on the first pitch, Shea. Langeliers getting ready to hit. And the 1-0.
Strike.
Horton goes 6'1", 210 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2022.
Ball
just
inside.
missed. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they can't get the out.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 25.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs.
No, that's a ball. Too low. Yep.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
And now 2-1. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Right through there for a strike. That's ripped into the outfield. This looks like extra bases. Langoliers coming home. He scores and they have the lead.
Back-to-back base hits. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Pete Alonso up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Hey. Ball.
This one in the air right field. Base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Fastball gets the corner at the knees.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Jacob Wilson, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Fought off foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Grounder might be 2. The underhand flip. There's 1. On to first. Save. So they get 1, but a really nice try there. And now it's Christian Walker. Oh, look at the stop. To first. Nicely done for the out. Here's Nico Horner. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and they come away without an out. Man at first, nobody out. So up next for Chicago, Alex Bregman.
Ball.
And there's 1 down. One out, man at first. Digging in, Seiya Suzuki.
Ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Fair ball. Corner around second, heads for third, and it gets by him. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and now they trail by 1. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
One away with a runner at third here in the third and final game of the series.
Here. Ball.
That
Ball.
one missed.
No, that's it.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in
a
on your
ball.
hands.
Take your
That'll
base.
pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Runners at the corners here. One away. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone.
Ball,
They'll be
no.
pitching for a double play in this spot.
Two on, one out. This one belted deep left field. On its way, gone. He muscles that one out of here. Ian Happ up to hit. The Happ Daddy. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Carrying well. Reaching for it, makes the catch. And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
2 down, nobody on. And that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Number 17 now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Foul ball. The 0-2. Lockridge drifts towards it. And that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The 0-2. Got him swinging. So digging in, Cam Smith.
No, inside.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And a big swing and a miss. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Brandon Lockridge stands in now and watches strike one. That one found hard the other way.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
The 1-2. And that
Ball.
one is inside. Stays alive. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup, and now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Misses inside. Ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
1-1 now. That one to first, and foul ball. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Out towards right center field. Suzuki under it. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the second. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Ball.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1. Quick move to first. Now back in safely at first.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And that is out of play.
No.
Crow Armstrong leads off first with 1 away. That pitch gets the inside corner. Now 1-2. Rooker in position. And there are 2 outs. Seiya Suzuki the next to hit. A double and a run scored his first time up. That is upstairs for ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Wilson gets him easily, ends the inning. Back here at the friendly confines, here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker.
Rooker.
Ball too high.
That
Hey.
one finds the zone, and the count even 1-1.
You know, these A's showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name
Ball
of their
two.
game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Foul ball there.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Struck out swinging his first time.
Hey.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
No.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Huh. Ball
Tough spot
two.
right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki on his way over. And there's 2 away. So up next, Christian Walker. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Dansby Swanson. Nice grab. Throw to first. Pretty nice play there.
Got him. That's an out.
So now here's the DH, Matt Shaw. He's already homered here in this one. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
Now it's going to be Ian Happ. 1 out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Should be extra bases. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. So up next for Chicago, Carson Kelly. Picked up a base hit to center his first. And now we'll step off and check on third.
Now pitching for
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Elvis Alvarado.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on third as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs one out to get out of it. So this is a huge matchup in this game right here.
The 0-1
Ball
just
outside.
missed. And that one fouled off. Fastball almost got him there. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down. Sends it to first.
Out of there.
That's out number 3. All set for the
Leading
start of the
off for
inning.
the A's,
Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. On the ground, right side. Horner over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. At the plate, Cam Smith.
Hey.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
The 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
The catcher, Shea.
Back to the top of the order now, Shea Langoliers. Up next for the A's. Fastball for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Next
Ball,
one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 on, 1 out. And that is downstairs. 2-2. Next pitch is outside. And that'll load the bases.
Take your base.
Up next for the A's, the left fielder, number 25.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. Golden opportunity right here.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff.
This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Throw cut off. Down to the plate. Tag. Save. It's 4-3. Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. In the air, right field. Suzuki gets under it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Wrigley Field. Bottom 4. So up now for Chicago. Craig Counsell going with a pinch hitter here. Michael Busch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's 0-1. Alvarado, a righty that throws with power. 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball 2.
That one misses. Ball 3. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Payoff pitch. Brings it in, and there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Suarez settles underneath it. 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Nico Hoerner now at the plate. 1 for 2. Lockridge makes his way towards it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping in, Eugenio Suarez.
You know, these Athletics doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. Just missed. The Cubs up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him swinging for the strikeout, and that's 4 strikeouts. Christian Walker will hit next. Swing and a high fly ball to right. Suzuki on the move. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Up next for the A's.
Now a chance for Zach Gelof. Pitching change here, Jacob Webb.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Ha!
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Runner around third. He'll score, and they've tied it. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Ball.
Strike 2. And there's a ball.
That's a ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
This to third, Bregman. Now the tag at third, and they got him. They limit the damage here. Here at Wrigley Field. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
This one looks like trouble. Relay to second.
No.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Saith Michael Kelly taking over on the mound.
Number 49, Michael Kelly.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball one. This one could be trouble. Here comes Bregman around third. He will score, and they take the lead.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Swings through that one for strike one.
No.
Man at second. And this is inside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Sliced hard but foul. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That one felt good. Next is the designated hitter, Matt Shaw. He's already homered in this game.
Does anybody know or have the time? Does anybody know that girl of mine? Has anybody seen her? Has she gone away? If anybody talked to her, please send her my way. Yeah, yeah. she was hanging around. Some other lover on this end of town. Or maybe it's a rumor. Maybe it's a rumor. People telling a lie. No, maybe she's not with some other guy. I gotta know right away, 'cause I can't spend another day. Yeah. Does anybody know? Does anybody know where my baby is? Where my baby is? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where my baby is? Angel of mercy, could you come on down? Set yourself beside me, my humble ground. Oh, I'm gonna ask a question, and I need you to say, I'm gonna bring her back to me now. By the end of the day, please, please, gotta know right away, 'cause I can't spend another day. Does anybody know? Does anybody know where my baby is? Where my baby is? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where my baby is? Does anybody know? Oh, does anybody know where my baby is? Where my baby is? Does anybody know? Lord, does anybody know where my baby is? Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah.
Just about to get underway. Christian Walker digs in now.
Number 8, Christian Walker.
Puts a bunt down. And they tag him out. So up next,
Batting
Zach
second, the
Gelof.
second baseman, Zach Gelof.
Gets the bunt down the right side, and that goes foul. Puts a bunt down. To second,
Hey!
but he beats the throw. Save. One out. Runner at second. Cam Smith up next for the A's. Trying to move him over here. In time to Bush. 2 gone now. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Brandon Lockridge.
Hee-haw!
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field and pitching in this one for the A's, Michael Kelly. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just to make sure that it's not flat, otherwise it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning.
Can't glove it cleanly, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Now it's Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
Out to short. On to first.
Got him.
And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Michael Bush, the next to hit. And it's into the gap. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Batting fourth.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches,
ball.
that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Check swing, no appeal. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Whoa, recognize that pitch just in time, able to keep those hands back.
Should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And that will end the inning. Back here at the friendly confines. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one fouled hard the other way. Webb, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Got him. One down. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. And first offering is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. And that's off
that's in.
The inside edge. And that's ball 1. Sliced hard but foul. Hard on the ground to first. Bush takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Nope, ball.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He'll touch them all. So 2 down. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Jacob Wilson, the next to hit, takes outside. That clips the corner. The shortstop takes the ball. That just misses.
That's the ball.
And it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Back-to-back singles. Just a simple soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it.
Hunter Harvey gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Walker in the box now, takes strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. 2
really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that's a strikeout looking. Bottom half of inning number 2. So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. And there's a foul ball. Wilson tosses to first.
He's out of there.
That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. So now the DH spot, Kerry Carpenter. That one fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Ball.
Fought off foul. Pitch misses there, and the count is even 2-2. Got him swinging. 2 out. In half up to hit. Suarez drifts towards it. And that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, top half of the third inning, Zach Geloff now at the plate. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one not close. Ball 1. Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Smith in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ball 1 there.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 2-2 down. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. 1 away. One out, man at first. Brandon Lockridge up next for the A's. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Hee-haw! Nope, ball.
This one in the air, right field. And it falls. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
That's a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. Flips it.
Hey,
He is safe.
Couple of singles back to back. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
All loaded up. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. Outfield playing very deep. Now, new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Daniel Valencia.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here. No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Here's Pete Alonso. That one ripped, but foul. Hard hit left side. They take the force out as they escape. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Cubs definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And a 1-2. Makes the catch, one down. Swanson digs in. That one back. And it hits the base of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Waste no time there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Didn't have the right launch angle.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Hogan Harris. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second. In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. That one just misses the outside corner. Ball three. Battling here as he fouls it away. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. And ball four, two aboard. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. 0-1 so far. Just missed. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the third and final game of the series.
Infield fly rule in effect.
So up next for Chicago, Michael Busch doubled in his first AB. Lockridge settles under this one, and that will end the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field as we go to the top of the fourth. Eugenio Suarez getting ready to hit. It's in there, and it's 0-1. That one ripped right center field. Way back there, it's got a chance, and it one-hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. So now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him swinging for the K. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Fouled off down the right side. Suarez over at second, one down. Late that time, and it's strike two.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it. But he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. He's 2 for 2. Line drive, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. He's 0 for 1. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Here.
On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. In to score is the runner from third, and they lead by 2.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Phil Maton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Lockridge up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. 2 on, 2 outs. And right back to the mound. Throws to first. They limit the damage here. Bottom of the 4th. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Tyler Ferguson gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
The 1-0. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Nico Hoerner will come up to hit. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Brings it in, and there's one away. Next is the designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's 2 away. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. First time up was a pop out. Base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And up next for Chicago. Carson Kelly. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Justin Sterner.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
No, that's out.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Three-two
That's the
now.
ball.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
2 on, 2 outs. Swings through that one for strike 1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Swings through that. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch
Ball
just
inside.
misses. 1-2 to count. Stays alive. Outside.
No, that's out.
And it's 2-2. Got him. 1 out. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Ball.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Hit in the air, right field. And there's 2 away. So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former 2nd-round pick out of the University of Florida.
Hoo-yah!
Alonso goes 6 feet 3 inches, 245 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here at the friendly confines. Here's the Cubs leadoff man.